Hi guys, today I'm going to go through what I'm taking on the plane with me. I think we're actually flying today. If I have my schedule correct, I'm filming all these videos in advance so that I can have some time off while we're away. But I'm pretty sure I am actually going to be on a plane today at some point. So yeah, check out on Instagram, see what's going on. I'm really into the Instagram video right now. Not so much on the Snapchat, but the Instagram stories. Really loving that. So you can find my links below. But first of all, I have actually filmed a video for Mum's Eye View. Myself, Milo and Manny filmed a video for Mum's Eye View. It was all about pet stuff because Manny has now turned 1, which Milo's been really excited about because he's been saying he's been 0 for the longest time and now he's finally 1. But he's still a baby and no one's allowed to tell him off no matter what he does. So please go and check that video out and don't forget to subscribe while you are there. Also, I have filmed what's in my carry-on and the whole packing situation for the children as well. So if you're interested, I'll link that below too. So check out those 2 videos, and here is what I'm taking with me. Normally I would have kind of a rolling case or a very large handbag. But today I have a backpack. This trip I've got a backpack and a smaller crossbody. It's not even that small. This is kind of a normal size handbag, isn't it? When I did this last time, I had a very small crossbody bag and a backpack, but I thought it would be easier to split it across 2 medium sizes than kind of 1 big and 1 small. It's definitely easier to carry a backpack than it is to carry 1 giant handbag. And it means that you can shove it underneath your seat rather than having to take up space above in the cabin. Well, that is if you're super short like me. So first, I suppose I'll take you through what is going to be in my actual handbags. This is kind of mostly valuables and stuff that I might need to hand straight away. So I'm trying not to put too much stuff in here, but stuff that I might need kind of on a regular day, plus some travel stuff. So for example, travel wallet. Now, I did just want to quickly cover something that's in this travel wallet because certain people watching this video may have a similar problem to me. I have not got the same surname as my daughter. And we've only ever travelled within the EU previously, and it's not been a problem going. For some reason, no one's ever questioned me taking her out of the country, but when we come home, someone always asks. Previously they would ask me who she was in relation to me, and the last time, because obviously she was more than 10, I'm assuming that must be the catch, because that's the only difference. She was more than 10. They asked her who we were in relation to her, and it's basically just kind of a security precaution. That's all fine, but I don't actually have anything, or I previously didn't have anything to prove who I was to her, because I never had the same surname as her. So although I was married to her dad many moons ago, I didn't actually take his surname, and she never had my surname. So I felt like it was a kind of a vicious circle, because I'm still also not the same name as I was when I had her. So what I have this time, just to make it 100% easy as possible, because immigration in the US is pretty tough and strict. I have obviously my passport, her passport. I have a photocopy of her dad's passport on which he's written on the back that he has given permission for me to take her out of the country. I know that you don't need to do the photocopy, you just need a letter, but I think I could have written that letter. So at least if I've got a photocopy of his passport, then they could kind of check up information if they need to. I don't know what they would do, but I feel like it's an extra precaution that I'm happy that I've taken. And then I've got my her birth certificate and my marriage certificate. So it says, that was my name, now this is my name, you know what I mean. So I'm taking all that information just to take my daughter out of the country, and I wanted to cover that because no one really has spoken about it in any of the videos that I've mentioned, taking children out of the country, and it's something that I was really stressing out about. So I'm going to talk about it when I come back, how it went, and whether or not they were satisfied with what I took, or if they tell me any information about what I need to take next time. So just a quick one. Travel wallet. So I've got all of our passports, I've got information about our ESTAs, the visas for the US and all that stuff in there, along with any information that we need for our hotel bookings and stuff. So that is that. Then I've got my purse with all my regular stuff in it, my sunglasses case, because chances are I might actually need this. I'm probably not going to need it on the flight, but I might need it at some point before we get to the airport and when we get off the airport. So that's going in my handbag itself. Then I will have this camera that I'm filming on, which is the Canon G7X, and this is my vlogging camera, and it's also the camera that I've started to film my regular videos with too. I'm going to have this little GoPro Hero 3, which I've borrowed from someone. I've also got the waterproof casing that is going in my proper luggage, but this little mini thing I thought might be quite cool for filming on the plane if we decide to do so, because it's kind of a little bit more inconspicuous, and it's also got that weird wide angle lens which doesn't really lend itself very well to regular filming, but I think it's quite good for kind of action shots and just shots on the go, a bit different. So I'm taking that in there as well, just purely because I don't want to take it in my main luggage in case it gets lost, because it's not mine. And then some ibuprofen. I have pills on pills on pills in my other hand luggage, but these are the ones that I think we might reach for either before we get there, before we're in flight, or, you know, ones we would need most often. So that's kind of regular handbaggy stuff. But I wanted to cover it because I didn't want you thinking I was missing anything out of this huge bag. This, I've just purchased this from ASOS in the sale. It's from Heist. Like I say, it was on sale. I think it was about 12 or 15 pounds, and I wish that I'd gone for one of the Hype ones. There was a Hype backpack for a similar price, and I wish I'd ordered that one now because I'm not super happy with the design of this. There's certain parts of it that are already coming away. Where is it? There's a little bit here where the stitching's already come away. It's only got one zip that goes around the whole of the top. I really like there to be two. I don't know. There are certain things that I'm not loving about it, but it does also have some good bonuses. So one of them is that you've got water bottle carriers either side. So I can have water bottles for the children either side of the bag, and that's going to be a useful thing. It's really heavy. Another thing is right in the zip just came off. So this might not be my carry-on bag. Yeah, the zip just came off. That's not excellent. Well, I will tell you what I was going to tell you. Right in the very front pocket, it has a pocket that goes up as well as down. So the zip is in the middle, but you can put something kind of almost A4 size in here. Although the zip is in the middle, so it might be difficult to get it out if it was like rigid. But I don't know, I quite liked that. So in the front pocket, I've got my bullet journal and some pens. That's basically it. Just to keep them separate from, I was going to zip it up and then I realised there is no zip. Keep them separate from everything else. And then in the body of the bag itself, see, this is where it gets irritating because the zip goes right down into the pocket for the water bottle. It's not that easy. You see here, it's got like a lip that you've got to hold back to unzip it. Design flaw. Then I've got my real proper in-flight carry-on stuff. So first of all, I've got a pair of fluffy socks. Getting really warm in here. These I take with me every single time I fly because I don't tend to wear socks generally in life, and so I probably won't be wearing socks when I arrive on the plane, and I like to take off my shoes if it's going to be a long haul flight, and I don't want to just have bare feet because I think that's a bit gross. So fluffy socks. It's kind of cold, isn't it? I have in here a very different mixture of items than I usually would have. So if you've seen my videos like this previously, you might think you know what I'm going to take with me. You don't. Previously I would take a lot of makeup stuff and kind of skincare things and things to treat my skin throughout the flight. None of that, or very little of that, because I'm going to be with the kids. I figured I'm not going to have that kind of time. So I have got mostly things that might go wrong in here. I've got a couple of things that I would normally take with me, not very many. It's mostly like painkillers and all the many things that I might need. So I'll go through the regular stuff first of all. Tiny little hairbrush, because I've got the hair extensions, they need to be brushed more regularly, so I'm taking a small one with me. I've got a little hand cream, whether I use this or not. I usually take a hand cream and then never use it, but I'm taking a hand cream. The Origins Drink of Intensive Mask. Always, always, always take this. I will have no makeup on the flight, but I will put this on once or twice throughout because my skin gets super, super dehydrated, as most people's does on a flight, and this is an absolute godsend. Got some face wipes so I can refresh as the journey progresses. And some deodorizing wipes. I usually take deodorant with me, and I don't have a roll on this time, and I'm not sure whether you can take a tiny little aerosol on the plane itself. So I've got some deodorizing wipes again, so I can just freshen up throughout the flight. And some of my Nuke's Rev de Miel lip balm, which I can't be without in any kind of traveling situation, so I have that with me as well. The rest of it is basically just all medication-y type things. So I've got some Snuffle Babes, which is pretty much like Vicks. This isn't necessarily something that I plan to use in flight. I think that would be like the most annoying thing ever. But if one of the kids was like super, super dire, couldn't breathe, really, really, really bunged up, then I would if I had to. This is mostly because I'm going to use this as our holiday medication bag. So that's more for the remainder of the trip than the actual flight itself. I've got a few Band-aids, plasters. I don't know whether or not I need to put more than this in. I can't remember the last time I needed to put plaster on one of my children, but it's one of those things, isn't it? So, selection of plasters. I have 2 different kinds of Imodium because you just never know. This is another one of those things I will not leave home without. It's really sexy stuff to take with me, but it's necessary. And if you are the person that has that stuff when someone needs it, they will be forever in your debt. More ibuprofen, because you can never have enough. Some Lemsip cold and flu tablets. Some Cyanotab. This is an essential for Lee when flying because he gets really bad sinuses, and especially with the pressure of the cabin, it's terrible for him. And then the last bits, oh, Zantac. Zantac, which looks like I need to refill because there's only 3 left. Zantac is also really great if you get indigestion or kind of just a bad tummy. I tend to get really, I feel nauseous a lot. I'm never pregnant. People are always like, you're pregnant. I'm not, I promise you. I just tend to have a really bad tummy a lot. And so Zantac and Imodium are my favourite things. So I'm taking that with me as well. And then the rest, oh, I have some perfume I forgot that I got. A rollerball of fresh brown sugar. And yeah, ibuprofen sachets. Now my children are now at the age where they don't need to put these into little spoons. They can just have them like frubes. So it just makes it a little bit easier because I don't need to take anything else with me, and there's no sticky spoon to have to wash and put back in. Next in here I have my laptop. This needs a good clean. This is the MacBook Air 11-inch. I mainly bought the MacBook Air rather than the MacBook Pro this last time for travel, and it's been so much better than I imagined that it would be. I thought that I'd end up using my full-size, what's it called, iMac, to edit and do all my stuff, and this would just be kind of when I was on the go, but I use this all the time and it's fully capable of doing everything that I want it to do. Always, always, always goes with me. And then I've got my charger. Now I've thrown my charger in here because I'm not actually packing it yet because we're not going for like another 2 weeks. Or 10 days I think it is. But one thing I wanted to show you if you have this computer is that you can flick these 2 things out of there and use it to wind this up. Also, I know that at some point I took off, there was like an extension part of this cord, and I took it off, and I don't know where I put it, and I don't even remember what it looks like now. But this cord was longer once upon a time, and I made it shorter just for when I'm traveling, and now it's really annoying. I also maybe should invest in like a US adapter for this. That would probably be useful, wouldn't it? But yeah, I thought that was a really handy trick that I wanted to share. I have a mobile battery charger. I've got a cable for my iPhone and my iPad here, but I'm also going to take a cable to charge a few other things. I'm gonna have the cable for the GoPro. I'm gonna have a cable that charges the DS, and I'm gonna have a cable that charges my camera battery charger. Now I just bought this one recently. I only had 1 battery for my Canon. And I left my battery and my battery charger? No, I just left the battery charger at Emma's house last time I visited, and I thought it's about time. It's like twice in the past month I've left it at other people's houses. So it's about time I actually buy a stand-in one. So I bought this, and it didn't come with a regular plug, it came with a USB adapter. I didn't even know that was a thing you could get. And it came with like a generic battery, both of which have been working really, really well. So I'm gonna take those with me. So I've got a spare battery, and I've got a battery charger that can be charged via USB, and I don't need an extra, adapter from UK to US to actually charge my camera battery, which is really, really good. And I can also charge it from this on the go if I need to. Then I've got 2 books in here. I don't normally take books with me. I normally have lots of other stuff going on, but I'm not gonna have an iPad this trip because the kids are gonna have the iPads. So I've got 2 books with me, and the reason I've got 2 books is, this one is a novel. I haven't started it yet because I wanted to save it for the plane. This is all gonna depend on how well behaved the children are as to whether or not I can sit and really get into a novel. I'm not sure whether I will be able to or not. This is, it's the version of We Were on a Break by Lindsay Kelp. It's not out until October, I don't think. I don't know what this is called, like a copy version. It's for review, basically. So I'm hoping to read this so that I can review it on my blog as soon as possible. But if I can't actually get into a book, I'm also taking this, which is Live-a-Bet by Technically Ron, who is on Twitter, @TechnicallyRon. I happen to know his wife, and he's a very, very funny guy on Twitter. So I'm taking this with me, and I think this will be something I'm much more likely to dip into, because it is something you can dip into. Like, there is something for every letter of the alphabet, and it's just a couple of pages or a page on that little topic, and it's something that you could kind of read a little bit of, and if you're interrupted, it's not the end of the world, because then you move on to a new topic. I also think it's something that Lee might be interested in reading. So yeah, they're the 2 books that I'm taking with me. And then lastly, I have a pair of headphones. I cannot find my headphone splitter anywhere. I'm really glad I'm doing all this in advance, because there's so many things that I've been like, where is that? Like, it's really baffling me. I think I must have left it at work. Luckily, I do have a day at work or 2 before we go, so I'm hopefully going to find that. Headphone splitter, absolutely necessary when traveling. Also can't find my neck pillow. I have one for the kids each. I have 4 neck pillows, and I use them to stuff my handbags when I'm not using my handbags. Where are they all? I don't know where they've gone. I've obviously put them somewhere safe, so hopefully I'll find those as well. And lastly, baby wipes. Always, always, always essential. Whether you've got children or not, baby wipes is good to travel with. It's just a good idea. And I've also got a pack pretty much in everybody's case, as well as in my hand luggage, because I'm going to have a pack with me at all times whilst we're in New York. It's just necessary to have. So that is everything, I think. By the time you see this video, there will be a blog post, and anything that I've missed will be in that blog post. So if you want to see the absolute definitive list of things that I'm taking with me, in case I've edited this down or I've added to it, you can check out the link that should be in the description box below, and also for any information that was in this, it will be there too. But I hope that was interesting for those of you maybe wondering what I would take with me, or what you might want to take with you when you fly. And I will see you guys when I come back. I have got some videos coming up in the meantime while I'm away, but hopefully you are looking forward to the vlogs. There'll be lots of them, and yeah, hopefully it goes really smoothly, but who knows. I'll let you know when we get back. Bye.